Golden Corral, with their early bird specials, buffet lines, and a chocolate fountain that those with weak immune systems should probably avoid, Golden Corral is America's last bastion of freedom. Where else can a man wearing his Oakleys indoors pile ribs on top of spaghetti, on top of taco meat, and not be judged, but celebrated? Golden Corral. It's the culinary equivalent of a child drawing a T-Rex with a jetpack. Sometimes you don't need to know why. From a multi-year run with Jeff Foxworthy as their spokesperson to a viral scandal known as Dumpstergate, Golden Corral has had its fair share of highs and lows. But that hasn't stopped them from dreaming big. Their CEO revealed he has a 100-year plan for the brand. And while 100 years might be what you expect the average age of their customers to be, they've also had a baby born in the bathroom by a woman who didn't even know she was pregnant. The child's middle name is Corral. This week on the show, I'll slather my unlabeled mystery sauce of knowledge onto your meatloaf of curiosity so that you too may know everything I've learned about Golden Corral. Then we'll direct our attention to the people of Yelp to see what they're saying about the very Golden Corral we just experienced. Stay tuned. This is the Fine Dining Podcast.
Your table is ready. Take a seat. The flavor of the day is mediocrity. Wouldn't you like to try a bite? Guarantee it'll be the perfect bite. Fine dining. Better than you thought, worse than you hoped. Fine dining. We don't treat mediocre as a joke. Ranking every single place we've been. Comparing to the perfect 5 out of 10.
Wow, dude. I loved that. There's so many surprises in there. Oh my God, Jeff Foxworthy. I can't believe I didn't know that. What was the dumpster gate?
Oh, you're going to learn all about Dumpstergate a little bit later.
I have guesses, but none of them are good.
Let me hear your best guess of Dumpstergate.
I don't want to think about this. My guess is that someone was taking food back out of a dumpster and serving it in the Golden Corral. That's disturbing.
Hello, and welcome to Fine Dining, the quest to compare all restaurants to Chili's. I am your host, Michael Ornelas, and in this podcast, we examine the history of our favorite restaurant chains one week before seeing how they compare to Chili's the next. Why Chili's? Because after exhaustive, painstaking scientific research, I found it to be the most mediocre restaurant in America, the dividing line defining which restaurants are good and not good by comparison. This week on the show, we will be learning about Golden Corral, the only major buffet chain to not just survive, but truly find its footing again after the COVID-19 pandemic took aim at its true target, salad bars. And joining me this week to talk about the GC is a man who told me that this place is one of his family's go-to restaurants, a super funny improviser and host of the podcast Live from the Big Apple. It's Ben Cassil.
Hey, Michael.
How's it going, man?
It's going pretty good. Thanks for having me on this pod. This is so fun. What a great set. It's beautiful in here.
Thank you.
I feel I have recovered better than expected from our sojourn to Golden Corral yesterday. How are you feeling?
In prepping this podcast, I got no sleep, but I don't attribute any of my maladies to Golden Corral. But I also, and we'll get into it more next week.
Yeah.
Leaving a buffet not feeling totally full is kind of an indictment.
You weren't totally full.
No.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I was, I ate too much and it was so, we don't need to talk a lot about the food, but I just got to say the salt hit me hard. I was feeling funky.
You look so dry today.
Yeah, I'm dry. It sucked out the water.
Well, Ben, you had been to Golden Corral before. You have a history. Can you talk to me a little bit about your relationship to the Golden Corral chain?
Yeah. So much of my formative years in my life, and my family lives in Missouri, was spent in Missouri, Columbia, Missouri. And there is a Golden Corral there. Much different vibe than the one we went to, I'd say. Always packed to the gills. And that was a place that my family often found ourselves due to getting gift cards as gifts. A lot of people giving Golden Corral gift cards.
I love that notion of we found ourselves there. We didn't go there.
It wasn't, yeah.
You ended up there.
It's very true. It was a frequent like Sunday lunch kind of place. And you always see somebody you know, and it's like packed. And I will say like much, I don't know, much better. Definitely better than the one we went to. Like food is better. And just like it's so fresh because it's so full. So stuff is like the macaroni and cheese is gone in like 5 minutes. So it's always very
constantly
fresh.
refreshing. For me, this was my first experience with Golden Corral, and all I had coming in was a stigma in my mind.
Yeah. What was your feeling of it?
It was just a place where like I feel like I remember seeing a commercial on TV and one of my parents kind of scoffing at some point, just like you can do better, which isn't not corroborated by our experience.
No, it's true. Yeah, you can do better.
But it did definitely paint the lens through which I viewed it.
Yeah, I hear that. Buffets are so much more prevalent in the Midwest than in the West Coast.
Yes.
But I love a buffet. I love the feeling of a buffet. There's something freeing, especially when you're younger. If you don't have like full ordering power at your age, it's like, I can do anything here.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
In quantity and in selection. The power is yours.
Oh my, as a child to like, through much of high school, I was a combo guy.
Yeah.
Like I'm making potions on my plate. I'm making like, mashed potatoes and pie. We don't know. We've never tried it. It hasn't been tried. Let's try it.
There are so many combinations and you can't. But like, that is how you end up with the type of friend where you go over to their house and they're like, hey man, try this.
Yes.
And it's like just some weird.
Yes.
I remember I went over to a friend's house after school one day and his mom rushed in like something was important and was like, you've got to try this. And she just handed me from her hand peanuts. Like not in the shell, like already out, like from a planter's thing, and said, eat this with watermelon. And I did.
You? Okay.
Yeah. And it tasted like peanuts and watermelon. It didn't like combine in a way that made a third flavor. It was just two flavors I could taste simultaneously. It wasn't like bad, but it also wasn't pressing.
Yeah.
To like run into your child's room and offer his friend.
Into the room. You weren't even in the kitchen. In the kitchen, I could see it a little more. I also got to say, like, it's something I feel not having children that I miss out on a little bit is being the weird dad for my friends that come like my kids' friends that come over doing stuff like that where like 20 years later, they're like, this guy gave me peanuts out of his hand. What the heck? Yeah, that's a fun legacy to leave somebody. Yeah.
So that's your history with Golden Corral, my history with Golden Corral. Do you want to hear the history?
Oh, I would love to. I know nothing. Your teaser excited my brain.
Amazing. All right, we're going to jump into this week's Eat Deets.
Eatery details.
Golden Corral was founded by James Maynard and William F. Carl after they failed to secure a franchise with other chains. They opened the first Golden Corral family steakhouse on January 3rd, 1973 in Fayetteville, North Carolina. In its early years, Golden Corral operated as a steakhouse concept in small towns, gradually expanding across the southeast United States.
So these guys wanted a different restaurant. But they settle on starting their own, I guess. They were trying to franchise. Is franchising lucrative for people?
The company or for the
company, it's gotta be. But like you've heard those stories of like all these people who get Subway franchises and they end up losing.
It's like a curse.
Yeah.
I can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it can be. It just really depends on the demand of the particular chain.
Right.
And you can bring a lot to it, but it is within the confines of what corporate allows.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some chains that I guess let you make it your own a little bit more. But, you know, of course, there are like consistency rulings and stuff where it's like, you have to do this way, you have to do this way. If you work at a Golden Corral, you have to put out the sign that tells people to keep their shirts and shoes on.
I for one am thankful for this rule.
I'm not.
You kept wanting to pop your shirt off.
Kept wanting to.
Yeah,
I wore a button up for easy access, and I was just like, I feel like I got to become a Florida man right now, and the rules wouldn't allow it.
I support your quest, and I supported how you would go up to the host and you'd be like, how many buttons?
At what point is the shirt off?
Yeah. Can I unbutton them all and just let it flap?
What's the threshold?
Yeah, and they long conversation with them about the threshold of your shirt.
Yeah, took up the first hour.
Yeah.
The chain grew quickly. By 1987, Golden Corral had over 500 restaurants nationwide. That year, the company began franchising by selling 55 underperforming stores to its best general managers. This move came as sales were slumping due to poor staff training, health concerns over red meat, and competition from more upscale restaurants. In response, Golden Corral added salad bars to all locations and even expanded some dining areas to adapt to changing consumer preferences.
They didn't have salad until the
They
late
were just
90s.
the steakhouse. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so Sizzler known for salad, but I feel like Sizzler is a place that people love for the like meat bar
But
or
even,
like taco bar.
even then, they started as like a different concept before kind of pivoting to... Yeah.
Interesting.
I think the buffet is like an admission of guilt. or an admission of...
like they're throwing up their hands. Like,
yeah, they're just like, we don't know what to do. Here, we'll make everything.
Why don't you choose what you want?
Yeah.
Like
You look
angry
what we're
service.
doing.
Yeah, like what the heck? I tried to help you. It is also they're slumping sales, and their solution to this is sell off some of the stores to that managers.
To the best performing general managers.
Or if you're a manager, is that a good deal for you? I feel like not, but maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the line between company involvement versus franchise decision making is always, it differs from chain to chain.
Right.
So it's, it's just a matter of like, are they burdening them with this, or are they just being like, hey, we trust you? I'm sure if that's the case, they're probably cutting them a decent deal.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know. But also red meat issues. I'm scared about this.
No. So not Golden Corral, but like concerns over red meat became like more in the zeitgeist
so we're
at
talking
the time.
Oprah. You remember this? Oprah had had a doctor on who was like, there's concerns about red meat. And then she was like, well, I'm not going to eat beef anymore. And then all these beef farmers got really mad at her. Yeah.
No, and
stuff like that.
Yeah, well, it's funny in my Nathan's Famous episode, we were talking about hot dogs, and literally there was quote unquote like the end of the American hot dog craze in the 1980s, and Nathan's, which was publicly traded, went from being worth $41 a share to $1 a share. Like just people being like, maybe hot dogs aren't healthy, crippled their business.
It's just a bunch of people finally read The Jungle from 80 years previously, and they're like, what are we eating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it became a thing where a lot of restaurants had to respond, because think of like a 50s themed diner.
Yeah.
None of the food offerings are particularly healthy. It's usually burgers, pie, milkshakes, French fries. Like that is the thing that was just delightful for 50s, 60s, and 70s.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, wait, what's happening? We're poisoning ourselves. Let's take stock. Let's take inventory of what we're putting in our bodies. And now you have other places needing to pivot to be able to keep up. And then other places that are kind of just like so good at that, like burgers, fries, milkshakes thing, that they prevail. So like McDonald's, In-N-Out, places like that, they kind of survive that time. But a lot of other places have to supplement more healthier offerings.
It's very funny thinking of what Golden Corral or like a mega buffet is now compared to the 90s, where they have to be like, we got to add in salad. Like, it's so basic.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I so seldomly trust restaurant salad.
Oh, really?
Salad is just a thing. We're like Chipotle, all of those like reports of foodborne illness.
E. coli,
very seldomly was it the meat.
Yeah.
It's like in the lettuce, it's in the onion, it's in tomatoes, or whatever.
I love it. I love the salad bar. Great in any restaurant.
Yeah,
that's fun because I get to make my little potion. I get to mix it up. Did you ever do, or are you familiar with the term? I'm sure there's a better term for it now, but like suicides at a
Yeah,
soda
yeah,
fountain
yeah.
or like liquor-wise.
I literally had that thought as you described it earlier, and I was like, for SEO, I can't say suicide this early in the episode.
I'm just going to say it all the time. Well, that thing, feel free to beep it, is the idea that you go down the line at a soda fountain and you click
you get
everyone.
a little bit of everything.
You
which
have to. Even if
tastes
there's
awful.
water, it's... at the time, I had convinced myself it's great.
I'll
Because
say
I was
this.
a little freak.
There's sometimes like maybe 2 or 3 drinks that if you mix, you're like,
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
But-
is early Coke freestyle.
but like once you have like brisk iced
Yes.
tea knocking up against like
Yes.
diet Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you have like the local like cane sugar root beer or whatever.
Yes.
It's just like it's too many
Yes.
strong choices.
yeah.
They
And
don't,
I would get diet and regular mixing. That's always a crazy
yeah.
feeling. You got like a
Which,
orange.
by the way, that is me on a diet. Me on a diet is the
Half
equivalent
diet?
of like whenever I'm trying to lose weight,
yeah.
it's always with an element of, but I'm still having the like the non-diet one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
In 1991, Golden Corral debuted its Metro Market concept, shifting decisively toward the buffet format. These new restaurants were about 10,000 square feet, double the old size, and seated 400 to 450 guests. They featured the Brass Bell Bakery, where a bell rang every 15 minutes to announce fresh baked goods, and an expanded Golden Choice buffet showcasing a wide variety of items. This era saw Golden Corral evolve from a steakhouse into the all-you-can-eat buffet and grill model, and the chain began opening locations in metropolitan areas instead of just small towns.
Oh, so it was a small town thing first. That tracks. But I think this era is the era I'm familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about like 90s into 2000s. I feel like America is like, we want the illusion of like no scarcity. Like unlimited goods. Like it's when supermarkets really like super Walmart started.
Yeah.
Right. Where it's like you can go to one place and get anything you need.
Yeah.
Any grocery item, any like hardware tool. That's an insane concept. And this is like the food equivalent, I feel like.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
every dish you could think of as like an 8-year-old boy. This is they have it. Every dessert, it's all fresh baked. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I do think buffets are and look, I'm sure they didn't originate in America,
Yeah.
but I feel like we've really taken the ball and upped it to this mindset of like, if you're not throwing out food, did you really eat? You know? Like
Yeah.
that is the level of excess that I feel.
100%. Yeah, and I would do that. Well, clearly, if I'm making potions, some of them don't work.
Not all of them are healing potions,
Yeah.
if you know what I'm saying. By the early 2000s, Golden Corral had established itself as the largest buffet chain in America. System-wide sales topped $1 billion for the first time in 2001. The chain's footprint spanned most of the United States, with nearly 500 restaurants in 43 states as of 2021. Notably, Golden Corral remains a privately held company. About 100 units are completely company-owned, and the rest are franchised.
I gotta get Golden Corral stock. Why are they privately held?
Just buy a Golden Corral. You should become a franchise.
I gotta be a
franchiser.
franchise. Oh man, my franchise, it would be rough. I'm not running that thing well. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah,
It's just all plates.
yeah, it's all. But yeah,
Be like, Ben, you got to fill them with something. Be like,
we got plates.
I got to step one.
Yeah,
I got to step one. That's it.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, their plate displays were monuments.
Yeah, that is an interesting thing too. At the Golden Corral I grew up with, they did not. It was not like that at all.
Yeah.
You actually, I think you had to wait for a server to take your plates away, and then they would give you a fresh plate each time. And it
Oh.
was like a little more table service.
That feels a little bit more like, we don't trust you.
It might have been that, but it felt at the time because they were fast.
Yeah.
It was nice. And I think they would also go around with rolls and like distribute rolls. It's like just a little more, as many things are in modern times. Like there were more people working then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Golden Corral often highlights its endless buffet in advertising. Its slogan in the 2010s, "Help yourself to happiness," encapsulated the chain's pitch of indulgence and abundance. In 2011, Golden Corral launched the Chocolate Wonderfall, a multi-tiered flowing chocolate fountain surrounded by fruits and treats for guests to dip. This eye-catching dessert station, added permanently to every restaurant's buffet, was heavily promoted and became a signature feature.
We didn't have that.
We did not have that. We did not have that.
We didn't have any cool stuff.
They took away the chocolate fountain because of like sanitation concerns.
Yes.
People were complaining, I don't think that this chocolate is hot enough to kill germs.
Yeah, it's not.
And it's like,
not.
It's literal trickle down like disease.
Yeah, and
spread.
you dip your ice cream cone in there and then comes out with like a fingernail. Like, you don't want that little lead press on nail in your eyes.
I hate that sentence.
Yeah, it's bad. Hey, it's bad.
Yeah.
And I think Jeff Foxworthy caught wind of it and he put a stop to it.
Yeah. That was an executive decision the spokesperson got to make. That'd be if like Danny DeVito was like, "Hey, Jersey Mike's, you know, you don't."
He's a spokesperson for Jersey Mike's.
Guy.
Wow, I love that.
He's the one who like put the kibosh on them serving sandwiches inside of pickles.
Oh, have you done Jersey Mike's on here? Oh, nice. Yeah,
it's not bad.
It's not bad. I think it's very order dependent of a place.
Yeah,
but very good. I like their turkey sub a lot.
The turkey sub, Mike's Way, add bacon and add avocado if you're feeling rich. It's good.
My issue with Mike's Way, salt. Why are you putting salt on my sub?
Oh, I love salt.
I love salt as well, but there's salt already in every cured meat on here, and like the bread and everything. Like, you don't gotta shake more in there. Don't get me started on Jersey Mike.
You're already started.
I'm going.
You're off to the races.
Yeah.
Golden Corral has also run frequent limited-time promotions, like all-you-can-eat ribs or shrimp, in its commercials to entice customers with specific crave-worthy items.
We did have shrimp. They do have the all-you-can-eat
I had
shrimp
ribs too.
Oh yeah, and you had ribs. But I got it. Like, we had no carving station. That's a big.
But they
had it, but it wasn't
left
good.
Out the meat, and then just no one.
Yeah, it was
crazy.
Was
attending. Yeah,
a lot of weird choices. But it felt like the abundance has like kind of like gone over a hill, and now they're just like maintaining.
I am going to say advertising like endless of anything.
Yeah.
When you're already an all-you-can-eat buffet is kind of just regifting. You know, it's
absolutely.
It's like you already are endless shrimp and endless.
Yeah,
rib.
everything's endless.
Yeah.
It also kind of feels like
although it's not entirely true because it is very clear that the end is coming while you are there.
Oh, yeah.
So it is endless, but also a reminder of your mortality.
Okay, great. That end. Yes, that's absolutely true.
Yeah.
Like you are, The end is near when you're at Golden Corral. I would also say
so casually.
Yeah. Well, it's just, it's fact of life.
Yeah.
If you're here, we got the funeral parlor next door.
Yeah.
It's also a case of like, kind of like a cell phone company. Right? So a cell phone company, unlimited minutes. Never true. There's always all these catches, right? Of like unlimited and then unlimited plus. How can there be a plus if it's already unlimited, right?
Yeah.
So that's an issue. And they have the same thing with like we saw the breakfast.
Yeah.
Unlimited. Breakfast never ends.
Endless. Yeah, literally
9 to 11.
Endless breakfast. 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Yeah.
You put an end time on the sign. Don't tell me it's endless.
Yeah, we already know the store closes every day. It's not a 24-hour buffet. So it's not literally endless.
It's
ever.
not Vegas.
Yeah, it's not Vegas. So we know it's going to end, but it ends at 11 a.m. Wild. Yeah.
Since 2001, Golden Corral has hosted an annual military appreciation night around Veterans Day, offering free dinner buffets to all U.S. veterans and active duty service members. This event has served over 6.5 million free meals to veterans and raised more than $19.5 million for the Disabled American Veterans Charity as of 2024. Golden Corral is also the founding sponsor of Camp Corral, a non-profit summer camp program for children of wounded or fallen military members. By 2018, Camp Corral had served over 17,000 children across 19 states, with Golden Corral raising $1.8 million for the program in 2018 alone.
Well, Michael, I think that's nice. And I, for one, support the troops. I support the troops. And I invite you to say the same, but you don't have to. But I support the troops. I support the troops.
We support the troops. Here on the Fine Dining Podcast, we support the troops.
Yeah, and we bow to pressure.
I clearly...
Yeah, we crumble.
Golden Corral has remained privately owned and has seen very little turnover in top leadership. In its 5-decade history, the company has had only 3 chief executives. Founder James Maynard led the brand through its early growth. Longtime president Ted Fowler helmed the company for many years thereafter. And in 2015, Lance Trenery, a 30-year veteran of the company, we support, became the 3rd CEO. This stable leadership has allowed for consistent strategy. Trenery even outlined a 100-year plan for Golden Corral's future, and the founding family remains involved. Maynard's daughter, Easter Maynard, serves as board chair.
James Maynard, is that the lead singer of Tool? Yeah. This guy's
that's
diverse.
Maynard James Keenan.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Good fact retention.
Literally one of my favorite bands.
Really, Tool.
Yeah.
What's a famous Tool song?
Schism is probably the only one that
Schism
people know from the radio.
Yeah,
or Sober maybe.
But
no one knows it by name.
Schism.
I know the pieces fit because I watched them fall away.
Right. So it could be like a little bit of I know the mac and cheese refilled on the buffet.
I am all about this.
Yeah. I think it's a natural. Foxworthy's out.
Maynard James Keenan.
Get in there. You
should run Golden Corral's marketing. Well,
James
not run the marketing,
Maynard,
but be the face of it.
Maynard James. We got mirror images.
We've got mirror images.
They should appear together, Papa John style. Like disgraced Papa John Schnatter and Shaq in the same commercial. We got James Maynard and Maynard James.
Yeah. I am here for it. And then just always in the back of Golden Corral is just the best drumming you've ever heard.
Yeah. And
our head chef is an octopus. He has independent limbs in all regards.
A bunch of dudes like us who look like us standing around, arms crossed, yeah.
I hate how accurate too. I've been to probably 8 or 9 Tool concerts, and it is just a lot of people being like, yeah, this is really good.
Yeah.
Like many buffet chains, Golden Corral has faced its share of foodborne illness scares.
Oh, no.
In 2003, a salmonella outbreak at a Golden Corral in Kennesaw, Georgia, sickened 23 people. Health inspectors found salmonella bacteria in a floor drain, suggesting that contaminated fluids from kitchen equipment had been hosed into the drain. In late 2012, similar outbreaks occurred at Golden Corral locations in Casper, Wyoming, and Orlando, Florida. The Wyoming incident was a large norovirus outbreak linked to over 340 illnesses, including 31 employees who worked while sick, accelerating the spread. These incidents prompted restaurant closures for sanitation and drew public and media scrutiny. While no national outbreak has been attributed to the chain, such local episodes have periodically harmed Golden Corral's food safety reputation.
Concerning on many levels, but you researched this before we ate there. So you've got norovirus, you've got salmonella rattling around in your brain.
I know the endless possibilities of how we could have ended up.
Yeah.
And you know what? We traveled the center road and, we avoided the obstacles.
Hey, so far, I feel fine.
Famous last words.
Yeah.
Last words.
Yeah, hopefully it's not like a late onset salmonella.
I'm not gonna lie. I did more than most places I've gone to, at the very least, worry that our recording would be affected by the meal.
I don't feel good.
Yeah.
I feel fine.
Medically affected.
Yeah.
It's always affected, but medically.
Yeah. This is concerning on a lot of levels. My question for you, as you're seasoned, as we can see, a lot of ratings here, is this above average for foodborne illness issues for a chain?
Honestly, I don't know many chains that have been completely unscathed. I mean,
sure.
You read Yelp and every restaurant will have a Yelp review that's like, I think I got food poisoning.
Absolutely.
And attributed to this.
Food poisoning is like often just people not washing their hands properly after.
Yeah, and I mean,
restroom.
like, the nature of preparing mass quantities of food for a living and just being human.
Yes.
It is very, unfortunately, natural and common to have some infractions. The issues where they come into the conversation are when it's like there was oversight or
negligence.
Like, in like an excessive way. When
like
when you have like 300 people being affected by norovirus,
that's bad,
and 31 employees working while sick, that's a noteworthy infraction.
I don't like that. It doesn't make me feel good. It reminds me of a time I was at Ryan's. You familiar with Ryan's? I think this is defunct.
Another buffet?
A worse buffet.
Yeah.
Golden Corral.
It was owned by the same company that ran Hometown Buffet.
Yes, very similar to Hometown
Old
Buffet.
Country Buffet, I think.
Yes, those are all pretty similar.
They're all gone now.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I would say this trip to Golden Corral felt more like a Ryan's because it's just like very basic.
Yeah.
But Ryan's trip there, this was probably early 90s for me. I'm young enough to where like when you put your plate on the like tray thing, you know?
Yeah.
It's like up for me a little bit. And I look up and there's this man scooping mashed potatoes and he does a full huge, you know how older men will do like a really loud sneeze?
Mm-hmm.
Very loud sneeze, both hands still scooping mashed potatoes through the whole thing. Sneeze guard covered in sneeze, dripping off of it. And he gets his mashed potatoes and just moves on. And I had to like get out of his way. I'm just staring at the sneeze on the sneeze guard.
Did you take potatoes?
Oh, I was so grossed out.
Good. Good.
I think this was probably like, my third trip to the buffet.
That's crazy.
So I was done.
In July 2013, Golden Corral became embroiled in a viral controversy when an employee at a Port Orange, Florida location exposed unsanitary practices on video. The worker filmed trays of raw meat and other foods being temporarily stored outside by a dumpster during a health inspection, which is like you're hiding the goods. Allegedly, this was done to hide the food from inspectors. Yeah. The video, posted to YouTube, spread widely and sparked outrage, it reinforcing negative perceptions about the chain's cleanliness. Golden Corral's corporate office responded that none of the dumpster side food was ever served to customers and fired the restaurant's manager for the incident. The whistleblower employee was placed on paid leave and ultimately not punished, as the CEO vowed to investigate. This incident, often dubbed Dumpstergate in the press, was a PR black eye for Golden Corral, even though it was attributed to one franchisee's lapse in judgment rather than a company-wide policy.
Listen, we know we're putting our food by dumpsters. It's happening.
But we're not serving it.
And it's one time. I love it's one time being the excuse. So yes, our date ended badly, and technically that was murder. This is my first time.
It was one.
And it was a lapse in judgment?
Yeah, it wasn't premeditated. We're not talking first degree.
Like, sure, you fire me, but like, it's not like I have a history of murdering dates.
Well, you do now.
Yeah, I guess I do have a one-time history.
Murdergate.
Yeah.
This is Murdergate. No, it's just a one time I killed someone.
Man, there's so many disturbing things about this.
Like, I love the idea of like, oh God, we've got health inspectors. Quick, you know what to do. Wheel that tray outside because that's not passing inspection.
Yeah.
Like, it's so knowing.
Yes.
It's so deliberate to be like, this food can't be seen. Chuck it outside.
Happy for this guy he didn't get fired. I want to know what's his subscriber count on YouTube now. This probably blew up for him, right?
Yeah. His 15 minutes is over.
No way. He's probably on Hawk Tua right now. Hawk Tua cast.
Talk Tua.
Talk Tua. Thank you. Talk Tua.
I don't listen.
The problem with the weird that you don't listen.
No, I don't listen.
Okay. The problem with the mashed potatoes in the tray was you got to spit on that thing.
The COVID-19 pandemic in 2020 posed an existential threat to buffet restaurants, and Golden Corral was no exception. For a time, the company had to temporarily close the majority of its nearly 500 locations nationwide due to public health mandates. To survive, Golden Corral experimented with modified formats such as cafeteria-style service, employees dishing out food to guests to avoid shared utensils, and family-style all-you-can-eat meals brought to the table. Despite these adaptations, the prolonged dining room closures led to significant losses. The chain's unit count dropped by over 100 restaurants.
We had a really hard time in this worldwide pandemic because people didn't want to eat our buffet food.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, that sucks, I guess. And like,
But
people
like,
aren't
I
getting
lost
paid.
grandma, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I do love their solutions being like, hey, you want to sit at a table and tell us what you want to all you can eat of?
That is actually very funny.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's a level of like dignity that you're not gonna say all the things that you would have gotten.
If I would love to be that server who's like, hey, really? Is that all you want? Do you want any weird combos? Do you want some like, are you sure you don't
Do you
want
want
like
Dr. Pepper on your baked fish?
Yeah. Well, and everybody's got a different buffet strategy, right?
Yeah.
Like I was a combo guy, like I said. My sister was a like million things on a plate, try it all.
Yeah.
So, or at like a potluck. She was a fan of like a tiny spoon of every dessert.
Yeah.
Every like casserole. That was very few casseroles at our location.
Yeah. I will say
Yeah.
I kind of am more like that, other than the fact that this place was just too sprawling to accomplish it.
Yeah, I hear that. It was also laid out strangely.
Yeah.
But I'm imagining sitting down with my face mask on, sitting there at Golden Corral. It's 2021 probably.
Yeah,
We've just gotten our vaccine, and I'm going, okay, so can you get me like a 3/4 scoop of the green bean casserole, a 1/4 scoop of the macaroni and cheese? Can you make sure there's a river of nacho cheese between the two?
I want the poultry gravy touching but not on the green
Yeah.
beans. Then I want the beef gravy on the potatoes. Then could you throw 3 French fries in that and kind of mix it up? I like to mix my potatoes. On top of that,
On top of that, if those potatoes are a little too thick, can you water them down with a little icy, please?
Yeah. And then if you could sneeze on it all, that would be.
Yeah, not enough sneezes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By 2022, it returned to modest growth. The brand posted a net increase of 3 units that year, and by 2023 was reporting record sales per restaurant as customers returned. Company leadership noted that Golden Corral emerged from the pandemic financially healthier, paying off debt and streamlining operations, and credited its survival to swift innovations and the demise of weaker competitors. By the way, that phrasing, the demise.
Oh, they love it.
I cannot describe any more accurate feeling than what I wished upon a hometown buffet the first time I had it.
It's
I
awful.
was praying for their demise.
Yeah, it's bad. Your mashed potatoes shouldn't have a hard crust.
No.
Yeah.
It has a shell.
Yeah.
Is the skin still on this potato?
I also love how much corporate speak is in that I don't understand, where it's like the demise of our competitors. Good news, we're up 3 units.
Right?
What's going on? 3 units?
3 units, yeah.
Oh, man, it's 2 units too hot outside.
As of 2025, Golden Corral has 399 stores open and is again expanding, proving resilient in the face of the buffet industry's decline.
Expanding. Golden Corral is expanding.
The one we went
Shocking.
to is pretty new. I think
Wow.
2023 or 2024.
Yeah, it did feel like everything in there was new and very cheap.
Yeah.
All the furniture. Wow, yeah. I can't say I'm surprised that Golden Corral is expanding if Hometown Buffet and Ryan's closed,
Yeah.
because there are like loyal fan bases for buffets.
But Sizzler's not doing great.
Yeah, Sizzler's a weird case. Did you where it's sort of buffet? Yeah,
It's down there.
it's down there, and also extremely location dependent. Sizzler. The one in Pasadena used to be decent, but it's also a strange place where like a lot of people will order at a Sizzler. It's not just a buffet. Yeah. Just a strange restaurant where they're trying to do too much stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of like IHOP is getting that way, where they've got too many things. on them.
IHOB, we do burgers now.
Now,
Yeah,
see,
that's
that
weird.
was pretty freaking funny.
I
They
guess.
changed that P to a B.
Yeah.
What, they got Jeff Foxworthy in there?
If you invert that letter, you might be a marketing genius. You might be smarter than a fifth grader.
Take those buns off. Put some pancakes on there, IHOB.
I think he just invented the McGriddle.
Whoa.
In 2022, a 40-person brawl at a Pennsylvania Golden Corral made headlines and further cemented the chain's pop culture notoriety. In the video, tables and baby high chairs are being wielded as weapons, both melee and projectile, and a cyclone of people can be seen yelling and running around. There are conflicting reports over what started the fight, but they all agree it had to do with steak. Either one customer received their rare steak before another customer's well-done steak, despite ordering after them, or there was a shortage. Those are the two stories. Also, who's risking their life with a rare steak at Golden Corral? When I think Golden Corral, I'm not thinking, yeah, let's undercook this.
Yeah, I like my pork pink. Can you give me that? Golden Corral, I'm trying to like you.
Look,
these are adding up. The stories are stacking up against
the
you.
video of this is also incredible. I am not kidding you when it's just like, it's just a nonstop, like, it feels like you're trying to like jump into a dance that everyone knows the moves of, but you don't. And so there's like, everyone is brawling and then there's a person, filming.
Yeah.
And like, I was just like, man, don't risk it. Don't step forward. You're going to get caught up and swept up in the current of tables and high chairs.
Feels like, hey, good news. We're up 3 units. So everybody's going to be pumped about the 3 units. Bad news. We are on World Star Hip Hop homepage again. Yeah. There's a big brawl. It's bad.
I did see a tweet that someone did that was basically like, who's going to tell these people that Golden Corral is not worth fighting over?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, having been to many, many buffets of different types in my life, it feels like an easy place to get your
worked
boundaries.
Up.
Yeah, worked up and your boundaries like pushed. Because it wasn't too busy when we were there, but it was busy. And you see people will kind of snake you.
Yeah.
Like get in front of you. And when it's really busy, you can be waiting for that fried chicken for 5 minutes. In 5 minutes at a buffet, that's a long time to wait. You're just like standing there fuming.
You're the one under the heat lamp.
Oh, God forbid. Don't slice me.
But it looks so delicious.
No, don't slice me.
Despite its longevity and popularity with many diners, Golden Corral has long struggled with a mixed reputation. Critics often lampoon it as the archetypal low-end buffet, sometimes calling it the Walmart of restaurants, known for heaping comfort food and overindulgence. In one tongue-in-cheek ranking of trashiest restaurants in America, Golden Corral earned the #1 spot, with the blogger joking that the chain, quote-unquote, requires a permanent ambulance and EMT crew in the parking lot due to its patrons' gluttony and the dubious quality of the food. Despite this, Golden Corral was listed among Yelp's top 50 most loved brands in the country in 2023, suggesting that behind the jabs, the buffet has a fond place in many consumers' hearts.
Just imagine.
It is the Walmart. It is the Walmart of restaurants.
I understand. I think it's a super Walmart or Costco, like, because there's so many. The Walmart of restaurants, to me, for some reason, is always McDonald's. That's what I think of. Also, because there's a lot of McDonald's in Walmarts. Yeah, but I totally get your point. I was just imagining if they literally did have an EMT in every parking lot, people being like, I think I've got norovirus. We got to go to the hospital. Why don't we just go over to the EMT at Golden Corral? You know what? Let me grab food first.
I was going to say, it would embolden me to take more chances. I was like, if they can save me right out there.
It's like the drag racing. You're like, oh, I'm going to go for it. They're going to pull me out before I die in flames.
Yeah. And that'll do it for this week's Eat Deets. Ben, I hope you weren't sleeping during that history lesson and that you gleaned some ideas for how to become a real baddie in the world of fast food and casual dining, because the next few minutes are all about you and your vision for a themed chain restaurant dining experience of your very own. We need to make up a little theme song for. Oh, Ben, wake up!
I was sleeping during that segment.
Oh no, you're unprepared.
I had to power down for a minute. I was thinking about being under the heat lamp and getting sliced. It freaked me out. Like, don't joke about that anymore because I think it did something.
Happen.
It could happen, and I got really sleepy.
We need to come up with a little theme song for this restaurant of your dreams segment.
Let's do it.
And based on what just happened, we're gonna do it in the theme of a lullaby.
Whoa!
This is the restaurant of your dreams.
Close your eyes, get a blankie, and let us slice into a turkey.
A chocolate fountain that would be so obscene.
This is the
restaurant of your dreams.
I have a record contract I'd like you to sign.
Yep.
It's a really good signature.
Oh
my God.
I am in so much debt now.
Yeah, we are taking a big cut.
Ben, tell me all about a restaurant concept that is missing in the world and that you find its absence profoundly saddening. Something that only you have the capacity to concoct. It must be practical, delicious, and memorable. 3, 2, 1, go.
Practical's out the window.
Oh, great. Love it.
Okay. So are you familiar? I imagine not. There's no reason you should be familiar with this.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the author Terry Pratchett?
I know the name.
Okay, you know the name. So Terry Pratchett's my favorite author. He's the author of the Discworld series.
Discworld.
There's about 40 novels in this series. They're all very funny.
Okay.
They're like fantasy comedy novels.
Okay.
There's a continuity with all 40. It's not all the same story. There's like different sub-stories floating around. It's very funny. It's a great world. He's English and much more popular in England. So I love this guy, Terry Pratchett.
Can I take a guess at what you're about to pitch?
I would love to hear.
You're going to make like 40 restaurants where you just have to like go to each one to learn a different part of the story.
That's a great pitch. That's like
different part of the
like
menu.
Epcot Center.
Yeah.
That's really good.
But that's not what it is.
That's not what it is. No, it's called the Mended Drum.
Okay.
So this is a pub from Ankh-Morpork Park. This is a city in Discworld.
Great.
This is an existing pub in literature. But I got to tell you, we're giving it the Disney treatment. So this is going to be a little bit Casa Bonita. And a lot like Epcot Center, Disneyland.
You're appealing to me.
Dude, it's an experience, okay? I gotta say the price point's gonna be up there because there's a lot of people to pay.
Look, Casa Bonita has kept it to like $55 a person.
Yeah, you're gonna need a Trey and Matt type or a
to
Rob.
Eat those costs.
Yes, you're gonna need a Rob McElhenney, Ryan Reynolds. You're gonna need like two people who want to invest in a losing venture.
You need a famous angel investor.
Yes.
Yeah.
So imagine medieval feeling, like everything low lighting, everybody's in costume, we've got like a bar, we've got lots of seats. That's the dining room. A couple sample dishes. We got lamb stew. Yeah, we got coffee and figgin.
What's figgin?
Figgin's an invention of Terry Pratchett. It's like
there is so much of this ride that I am not buckled into.
So, yeah. So what I would suggest for most people who aren't going to be Terry Pratchett fans,
just read all 40 books before coming.
That's the suggestion.
To the Mended Drum.
Yeah. Or if you don't have time for that, like surrender to the thing of like being immersed in a world you don't understand, which I think is really fun.
Yeah. It's like traveling abroad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You get to go to this place. I'm going to say this is in Anaheim. This restaurant is in Anaheim.
It's right between Pirate's Adventure and Medieval Times.
Yes, absolutely. It's in that zone, probably double the price. So we're talking like $100 for dinner. But you get dinner and there's a lot of stuff to do.
I do want to point out, based on what I just signed, it is $100 per person. It only costs $30 to provide all the experience. He's just taken 70% off the top.
Daddy needs his slice, okay? So don't begrudge me my little 3 units. So we got splot. That's another dish. That's not a dish. That's a drink. So you're having your dinner. That's great. You're getting drinks, full bar with specialty drinks. Everybody's in character. It's like Star Wars land at Disneyland.
Okay. Yeah. Where it's like everyone's like immersive to this world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They greet you as if you're in that world.
Are there heroes and villains there?
Yes. Death, some might say, is a villain, but we get interrupted much in the same way that at Casa Bonita there's a sheriff.
Yeah.
There's Commander Vimes, who's in charge of the city watch. He's chasing villains like robbers and thieves through the dining room constantly. Little shows, right? Where they're trying to get away from him. Hey, you can't catch me, Captain Vimes. And he's like, I've been on the force for longer than you've been alive. Grabbing him by their little neck and ringing him around. It gets violent.
I want to let you know the vision that I just had while you just jumped into that. I feel like what we're really going to is like a dinner theater one-man show where you're playing with action figures recreating these books.
Also good. Yeah.
Like
I would also be into that.
Oh my God. Like I just like to picture like in your mind, you're offering this like immersive experience. I show up, it's a black box theater. I'm sweaty as hell. And there are just so many like dioramas on stage.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, like Disneyland, they employ a lot less actors than they used to. There used to be tons of like improv actors and people you could get work and they pay like union rates. So that we're filling that hole. Yeah. You can come here. You'll be funny. You're improvising all the time. We got, there's stuff like there's a dark ride in the restaurant.
A dark ride.
You know what a dark ride is? So like we're talking a Pirates of the Caribbean sized ride. Dark rides are just like those inside rides at Disneyland or other amusement parks where it's like dark meaning no sun. So we got a dark ride. We're in water. We're journeying to Fairyland, which is bad. Fairyland's scary. There's the Knack Mac Feagle. They're little like half-foot tall fairies who they talk like this. Oh, Wheel, we have to get you out to Fairyland. Pretty funny dudes. You're going to get your meal and you're going to get some laughs and you're going to get a little scared. It's going to be an incredible time at the Mended Drum.
I love fear as a part of my meals.
You know, there are not many like
we don't
dinner
tap into
in a
it
show.
enough.
There's not fear. Yeah. I want that full spectrum of emotion at my dinner.
You come out a changed person.
There will be a show where there's witches. They'll interrupt your dinner and they'll make tawdry comments because the witches are pretty funny and silly.
They'll make potions, much like they will come to your table and make witch's brew, which is like, it's a bunch of suicides. They take the dishes that you have, mix it up, remix it.
You thought you had a great lamb stew and a drink. They dump the drink into the lamb stew. They mix it up with your potatoes.
Now you have a lamb stew icy.
That's great. And that's good.
That actually sounds so disgusting.
What? So that's the Mended Drum.
Okay.
Can I sign you up?
Look, I signed before.
That's the thing about contracts. How does anyone say you can't just like add stuff in?
Right. Yeah.
I already got your signature.
Yeah, you got it.
I got 3 units to burn.
Thanks for going over all of that with me, Ben. Yeah. I now have a better insight into what you dream about.
When I fall asleep.
One last time. Not the full song, just the last line. This is the restaurant of your dreams.
Dip, 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 wop.
Now let's bring things back to reality and see what other people think of the Golden Corral we went to in this week's Yelp from Strangers.
We need a little Yelp, a little Yelp from strangers. A 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4 or 5. So get a little Yelp, a little Yelp from strangers. A little Yelp. Give us those complaints while you literally whine and die. Yelp!
This is Yelp from Strangers, the segment where we turn to Yelp and read out our favorite one
word.
Nope. Our favorite 1
star.
Our favorite 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5-star Yelp reviews. Oh my God. I love that we got there.
Yeah.
Did you know the whole time?
No.
Well, we got there.
I would never do that to you.
We can count to 5.
I'm good. Yeah.
All right. Do you mind if I start us off with the first review?
Please.
1-star review.
This is a 1-star review from Jeff D. from Baldwin Park, California, written May 15th, 2025. Absolute madness. This place is so terrible, it's crazy. It's laughable. They're playing music that's talking about cocaine and pussy. The manager referred to me as a dog, which was weird, but then when my wife walked up, he called her a dog too. What kind of place is this? They put the very bare minimum amount. The place is empty. This one should be shut down. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Do not come here. As a corporation, you guys should feel embarrassed about this location. Absolutely embarrassed. There was no punctuation in any of that.
I could feel that.
Yeah.
This is for the Covina location that we ate at.
Yes.
Pretty cool. I got to imagine, though, this has the ring of a person who is not interpreting things the way they are meant. So here's my, would you play that reviewer coming, I'm the manager, you're coming up to me to complain, like that interaction they described?
Hey, dickhead.
Oh, what's up, dog?
You're right. It totally could have just been that.
Yeah.
And then his wife, excuse me, what'd you say? Oh, hey, dog, how you doing?
Yeah, exactly. If you're not versed in that type of slang, you're just like, he called us dogs.
Oh, man. I almost stepped on your joke, but I was trying to accurately be that guy.
You
going
were
to
that
management.
guy. That is that guy.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you want to do when you want good service. What's up, dickhead? That's a method. Yeah, I didn't love our time. Well, I loved our time. I didn't love that Golden Corral.
Yeah.
But I will say it is not like worthy of that type of vitriol.
I agree. I agree. Yeah.
It's like you kind of know what you're getting when you go to a chain buffet.
Absolutely. Yeah. This thing met my expectations, even though my expectations were not high.
Yeah, my expectations were low as well. And yeah, it's like, hey, it was edible food.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I feel like buffet is quantity over quality for sure.
For sure. That is what they are.
Yeah.
It's quantity and variety.
Yeah, and you know somebody's going to call you a dog, and that's fine.
They might bark at you too.
Yeah, hey, rough, baby. Give me some mac and cheese.
3-star review.
This is Noel C. from Arcadia, California. This is a 3 out of 5 star rating from July 20th, 2024. Warning, potential food poisoning alert. Again, you had read these before we ate.
Yes.
Okay, great. Just checking.
What am I going to do? Change restaurants?
I'm writing this review to warn others and seek confirmation if anyone else experienced similar issues. On Friday, very specific, on Friday, July 19th, 2024, at approximately 4 p.m., I dined at this establishment for the first time. The service was good, and the food appeared decent.
Looks can be deceiving.
I ordered a variety of dishes, including...
We're about to read them all.
Breaded whole fish fillet, 2 types of sausages, spaghetti, fried chicken wing, meatloaf, dinner rolls with in-house made butter, 0 sugar blueberry pie, 1 slice, a small amount of pudding, macaroni salad, 2 tablespoons, lemonade, 0 sugar. It had a swampy aftertaste.
I think you found the culprit. Let your lemonade swampy. It had a swampy aftertaste.
What aftertaste should lemonade ever have? Sugar.
What is your like taste memory?
To
even be able to pull swampy.
Everything's good. 2 tablespoons of macaroni salad. I'm loving it. Let me have a little lemonade. Donkey. What's happened with this lemonade?
It's just a bunch of villagers are like, hey, get out. Just this full scene in his mouth. He's like, oh, yeah, that's what happened after the lemonade.
That's how Shrek was filmed. They zoom into this guy, Noel C's mouth. Unfortunately, about 8 hours later, at around bedtime, I experienced a horrific night of diarrhea, and vomiting that lasted until the next morning. I'm reaching out to see if anyone else who dined here at the same time, July 19th, 2024, around 4 p.m., experienced similar symptoms. I want to confirm if the food from the establishment was the cause of my illness. End quote.
Is someone like adding him as a friend to be like, oh, I was there July 19th, 2024 at 3:56 p.m. I got the same thing. Like, what's the expectation? Is he
I think that's the expectation. Is somebody, he thinks this is a public forum everyone checks after they die.
You're able to add friends, but like Yelp is a void you yell into.
Absolutely. And if I'm going to Yelp, it's for a place I have not been to. It is not for a place I have been to check if other people had my experience.
Yeah, you think he's refreshing the page?
Absolutely. And I say that knowing I'm reading a Yelp review of a place I just went to yesterday. One person loves this. 4 person, oh no. 2 people helpful. That's nice. Yeah, I think...
do you think helpful literally means I didn't dine there because of this review?
I would think so. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think when most people aren't reading past warning potential food poisoning alert. I think that's enough.
Oh, I want the details, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like that he's not definitive with it. He's a scientist.
Yeah.
He's saying, like, give me your data. Let me corroborate that with my data and see if this was the culprit.
And if anything else had a swampy aftertaste, we found it.
What's a swampy aftertaste? Like, what is it?
I think you nailed it. You got it.
Yeah.
Did you like those 2 Yelp reviews? You can get 3 more over at my Patreon. That's patreon.com/fine dining podcast. In addition to that, I do an exclusive episode every single month. Recently, I did an episode on A&W root beer ahead of the September tournament. It will be one of the competitors, so you can see how that stacks up. They have an amazing root beer float as well. I also covered the halal guys for the month of May. It's my first time dabbling in Middle Eastern food for the podcast. And for the month of June, I will be going to Boston Market. I have to fly all the way to the East Coast to cover it, but I did find a Boston Market that's still existing, so you can check out all of that and more at my Patreon. Hope to see you there. And that's part 1. Tune in next week as we tell you all of our thoughts about our visit to Golden Corral. In the meantime, Ben, thanks for coming on. Where can people get more of you online?
Easiest place is at Ben Cassil on Instagram. Check that out. It's spelled BenCassil. And then, hey, check out, you mentioned it before, check out my new podcast. I got a podcast with another comedian, July Diaz. The concept is it's like a fictional version of SNL.
Mm-hmm.
And we're 2 former castmates who are sitting down with other cast member or a musical guest, and we're talking about this old show. But it's all made up and silly.
What?
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Check out one of your friends of your pod, Dave Tooney, on an upcoming episode. He plays a former cast member of Big Apple Live, who also is a centaur.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I could cast anyone as a centaur, Dave Tooney's a hell of a pick.
Yeah, so check that out. Our fictional show is called Big Apple Live, and the podcast is called Live from the Big Apple.
And you can follow this show on Instagram and TikTok at Fine Dining Podcast, Blue Sky, finediningpodcast.bsky.social. I have a Discord server if you want to go and just chat and have fun and talk about the episodes, ask me my dumb food opinions that are not authoritative in any way, and yeah, so much more. So I'd love to have you there. And also, if you want an exclusive Fine Dining episode every single month that you can only get there, I have a Patreon, and you get the full Yelp from Strangers segment, so you can hear all the reviews. That is it for this week. That's the history. We're just going to be sitting here waiting on our table. I will see all of you next week. Have a fine day.
Waiting on our table, the step is done and we had some fun. Now we're waiting on our table, join us next time, we're stuck in line. Waiting on our table, we're so hungry, tummy's grumbling. Waiting on our table, we gotta continue our search for mediocrity. Yeah. Waiting on our table, we'll
Have a fine day.